We love a great romance story, and we had the perfect and idealistic Hollywood family with Chris Pratt, Anna Faris, and their adorable son Jackson.
He's a great family man, and I'm so proud of his success and everything, but he's more importantly a great person.
There was devastation when the couple announced their divorce in 2018, because the perfect relationship that had survived Hollywood for over 10 years was now over. What happened to cause the couple's split? And how did Chris get married so fast after the divorce? Stay tuned for some juicy details, Rumour Juicers. It was long before Chris was a well-known star that he and Anna Faris met on the set of Take Me Home Tonight in 2007, and the pair developed a deep connection and their whirlwind romance began.
People's Sexiest Man Alive 2015. Is that what you think?
Yes,
I know.
Oh my God, well he's my
Don't you think?
sexiest man alive.
Faris was married at the time, and when she noticed she was developing feelings for Pratt, she left her husband. It was that impulsive decision and her choice to follow her heart that changed her life. The couple eloped in 2009, and 3 years later, their son Jackson was born.
There they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking.
Let's just look at them. Look at them.
The reasons for the couple's divorce were never stated outright by either of them, but there were infidelity rumors about Chris cheating on Anna with co-stars. Even though these were just rumors, apparently it affected Anna's confidence, and that insecurity affected their relationship. Anna did open up in her podcast, Unqualified, by saying the pair never discussed any issues with their inner circle. She said it was to maintain their image of being the perfect couple, which they did very well. The pair remained on very positive terms after the divorce, and still remain in one another's lives because of their 10-year-old son, Jackson.
And we're great, and there's so much friendship and love, and we surround Jack with love and funny, kind, happy people, and as a result, he's really happy.
In 2018, just 1 year after Anna and Chris had announced their separation, and before the divorce was even finalized, Chris started dating Katherine Schwarznegger, who is none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. We guess having the Terminator as a father-in-law isn't scary at all, after you fought dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
You have to be so competitive. I mean, you have to have a guy that is taller than me, that is bigger than me, that's doing bigger movies than me, and all of this kind of stuff that makes more money than me and all this. What is going on here?
Katherine definitely did not follow in her father's footsteps, as she is a self-help author. Kind of the opposite of an action star, right? Katherine even foreshadowed her being with Chris 2 years before the couple met, as though it was meant to be. She was being quizzed in an interview on which of the famous Chris's she would like to be with, and she first said Chris Evans, but very quickly changed her answer to Chris Pratt. How crazy is that?
Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, or Chris Evans?
Chris Evans. Actually, Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's been looking good lately, so you never know.
This is 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Just 1 year into their relationship, the couple was married in a small, intimate ceremony with 60 guests in California. Pratt opened up his relationship with Katherine and said they met at a church and called it a lucky twist of fate. Not only has he said how grateful he is to have met his lifelong partner, but he also said, "Oh man, I am lucky. God is good. I feel really good, really blessed. Everything is great." How lucky is Katherine to have a man who dotes on her like that? When Chris announced his engagement to Katherine on Instagram, his ex, Anna, was one of the first to congratulate the happy couple on both their pages. Anna even said that Chris had called her to tell her he was going to propose to Katherine. Anna and Chris were a perfect couple together, and they are a perfect pair apart too. Even after the divorce, Anna had nothing but good things to say about Chris, and vice versa. Anna said on her podcast, "Sweet Chris, my ex, got engaged to Katherine today, and I'm so happy for them. I knew that it was gonna happen, and I love her and I love him. I'm just so happy that they found each other." So there is nothing but good vibes between the exes and their new partners. But Chris definitely seems to show an impulsive pattern when it comes to marriage. Anna and Chris got engaged after being together for just a year, and he said in an interview with People magazine that he knew he wanted to marry her very soon after they met. Chris and Katherine also got married only a year into their relationship, and he was not even officially divorced when they started dating.
We both knew right away that this is where our relationship was headed, and we clicked, very quick.
Why does Chris move on so quickly? And why does he get married so fast? We can only speculate that maybe it is the fast life within Hollywood, Or maybe he is just a man that knows what he wants. Either way, it seems to work for him to get married so rapidly. Even though he and Anna got divorced, they are amazing co-parents and still friends.
He really is such an amazing person. I'm really grateful that we're so close.
He and Katherine are still happily married, and just 1 year after tying the knot, they welcomed a daughter together, Lila Maria.
I just feel very blessed and very, very happy.
The pair took their relationship seriously when they first started dating. Chris felt like they were meant to be, and even turned down work so that he could spend more time with Katherine. The couple definitely had a strong and blossoming romance, and in January 2019, when asked about their marriage, Pratt said, "The future? Oh, lots of kids, maybe less time spent working, more time spent enjoying life. I always wanted to be that guy that works to live, not lives to work. I think just a lot of time at the farm and a lot of time catching a lot of fish, and seeing lots of sunsets. How much better could life get for the couple?" Katherine was also asked questions about the couple's seemingly flawless relationship, and she spoke about how they were able to maintain such a strong connection. She said communication is the best gift you can have in a relationship. The couple never goes to bed angry, and they are the same way with valuing communication. It can work for all of us. We should simply follow this advice. Open communication is a key to any successful relationship and interaction between people in general. She often gushes over Chris, saying that he loves and supports her through everything, and that is the greatest gift she could ever have in a husband. When Chris was asked about the secret to a happy marriage, he said, "Communicate, listen to your partner with intention. Care about each other's feelings and support one another and just listen." So, as cliche as it is, communication is definitely key if you want a marriage like Chris and Katherine. Chris even sang Katherine praises on her birthday, saying things like he simply couldn't imagine how lost he would be without her, and even thanked her for being the instrument for his growth. He even spoke to how perfect of a fit they are and how he is grateful he doesn't have to navigate the world alone. There isn't much to say about the couple other than how perfect they are. Like all marriages and relationships, there of course will be disagreements, but hardships for this couple seem few and far between. We cannot wait to see how they grow. Pratt said he sees a lot of kids in the future for the couple, and their beautiful family is growing. The couple announced in December 2021 that they are expecting their second child. Fairy tales and romance in Hollywood are rare, but Chris and Katherine will definitely make you believe that movie-like love can be a reality.